Hello everybody and welcome once again to Let's Play Overlord. We are in the Arcanium Mine. We have just killed the mother slug and made it where we can go ahead and look at getting all of the tower objects that are available here. What you want to do is you want to get you and all of your minions in between these two different fire grates. And then you want to send a minion up to that switch up there. A red that can go through the fire is the best thing to use if you've got one. And here is where there's a tower object that's very easy to miss. If you don't ever actually come down in this area with the fire, with the Overlord himself, but just send minions walking through it while you take the path that's up above it, it's very easy to overlook that there is an opening right there. And inside of it is a bag of gold. We'll let them carry that as far as they're going to, and then they'll stop. And now what we want to do is we want to change this area back to being on the other side so that we can get the Overlord up on that upper platform. Having a hard time getting the red to want to move in the correct direction. Every time I start to move him, he's immediately just attaching to the bag of gold instead of, I cannot get him to go in the right direction. So I may actually have to go through this other way. Okay, now that I've got him up there, I can go ahead and walk all of my minions over here and then flip the switch. Except I'm not sure what happened. Somehow some of my minions over here died. Like it did switch, but it didn't switch. I'm guessing it switched and then switched right back. So I'm going to do what I said a minute ago and actually go the other direction. Let's go ahead and flip that switch. Me and my minions will come to this side. And then I'm going to send the rod right back up there to throw the switch again to let us through. And again, my minions were standing in where the fire appeared and have gotten some of them killed. I'm having to re-record this because of an error with the video, and my first time through it did not do this to me. So now we can go ahead and attach some minions to each of the tower objects. Let them start carrying them. And then we'll go up and take the safe path. Basically, you just let them carry it as far as they will go, and then come up here and throw the switch, and it will let them through to the next area. The one that's carrying that one object through, because it does not appear that the other one's going to move until we've gotten that bag of gold out of the way. So we need to come down here and move the bag of gold while we have this route open. And we can go ahead and grab some greens, even though I don't want them for any sort of actual fighting, just to have the numbers to carry all of the objects. That way we can go ahead and let them go with the bag of gold. We can go ahead and send some minions carrying that. But we also have enough to come up here and still have 12 to carry the Smelter. If just one more will actually pick it up instead of wandering around it. And then we can let them through. And so now all three objects are on their way to the tower portal. The bag of gold just got there.
The combustion spell will not harm innocent, sire. It's a pillar of fire so tall and wide, you'd think it could burn the gods from the sky. Not a bad idea, knowing most gods.
So the spell that we just got is the 3rd level of the attack spell. It is a big area effect attack, but it will not affect innocents. So you don't have to worry about using it around other people because it will not hit them. And then there's the smelter back.
You have retrieved a smelter, sire. More forging options are available.
And from where I am low on health and low on mana, I'm going to use this tower portal just to get back to full.
It's the Arcanium Smelter. The smelter of smelters, sire. It will allow you to create some truly superior weaponry and armor.
I'm going to make sure to go ahead and head out of this area before the jester starts. I made sure to leave that area before the jester started talking because I have some titles that I should not have at this point. So I did not want him to start saying it. I have found that from where I did a practice run of the next Abyss area, the next part of the expansion, I accidentally have somehow kept that save. So I have already done that according to this save, but I have not shown that in the video, of course, so I'm going to have to do that later. But I just don't want you to hear the titles because it will kind of give away what's going to happen there. And there is actually going to be some good accomplished by having to use a different save file to show you that expansion area. It gives me an excuse to go ahead and use the other save I've been working with, which is one where I was going for full corruption. So when I log into it to do that expansion area, I'll also be able to show you what the tower looks like and what my weapons and armor look like if I am going for a corrupt version. So you will see all of the tower objects that you buy when you choose Velvet instead of Rose, and you'll see how things just become a little darker and all that sorts of thing. I would have kind of probably done that already anyway. That's just a good excuse to go ahead and do it at that point. The one drawback to it is that to make sure that everything I'm showing you as far as the differences between the two is as close as I can, that means I'm also not going to do the expansion areas until I do get this save caught up to that one. So we're not going to do any more of the expansion for a little while. But it won't be too much longer. But once this one catches up with the save where I have the corrupt evil version, I will switch over to it, because with it I have not played that expansion area, and I'll show you what that looks like. And now we're heading into the next area that we actually have to go to continue the story. The fastest way to it from where we were is this path here. We went down this path once before. There were some dwarves here that were drinking beer. And that bridge that's right up ahead of us, off to our left now, that is where the entrance to the brewery is. And the way we want to go now is this path right here. And across the bridge. And this is the door that I took us to when we first got into this section, pretty much. And I thought that it was going to be sealed off and not let us do it yet. But it was open. So this is an excavation site. This is the area that you have to clear before Golo will open the door to his fortress. So in the next video, we will start exploring it.